The power is out. It is not just your house, and it is not just your block. It is everything. There is no hum from the refrigerator, no glow from the streetlights, and no notification buzz to confirm the world still exists. The grid is dead. Here is the reality. Most people do not realize they are in a life-threatening situation until day 3. That is when the water stops flowing, the toilets begin to back up, and the grocery stores have been picked cleaner than a carcass in the desert. That is when your neighbor, who was always a nice guy, starts looking at your pantry like it is a buffet. You have 7 days to figure out if you are the type of person who survives this or the type that becomes a cautionary tale whispered around a trash fire. We are doing this together. You can grab a notebook or not, but you will remember this. Day 1 is the denial phase. Everyone assumes the power will be back on soon, but they are wrong. A total blackout means no water pumps, no sewage systems, no gas stations, and no refrigeration. Your food is spoiling, and your city is deteriorating. You just do not smell it yet. Step 1 is to stop panicking and start moving. Fill every container you have with water. The bathtub, pots, buckets, and even that decorative vase. If it holds liquid, it is now a reservoir. You have about 12 hours before the municipal water pressure drops to 0. After that, your taps are just decorations. Do not trust what is in those pipes after day 2 because stagnant water breeds bacteria faster than conspiracy theories. Boil everything without exception, whether it is for coffee or brushing your teeth. Step 2 is to inventory your food like a doomsday accountant. You are eating for calories and fuel now. Forget the ice cream. It is just soup. Prioritize anything that spoils first, such as dairy meat and fresh produce. Cook it all immediately. Your gas stove might still work, a charcoal grill works, or a fire in your backyard works. You are not hosting a dinner party. You are trying not to starve by Thursday. Canned goods, dried pasta, rice, and beans are your new best friends. Ration them carefully. 7 days is not a short time when you are burning 3,000 calories a day from stress and constant low-grade terror. Step 3 is light, but make it tactical. Candles are fine until you wake up on fire. Use flashlights sparingly because batteries are now currency. Get a hand crank flashlight or make one by stripping a DC motor from an old toy, attaching a handle, and wiring it to an LED. When you spin it, light happens. Physics does not care if the world ended. The most important part of day 1 is not to advertise that you are prepared. Do not have lights blazing at night or music playing. In a blackout, the house with lights gets visited and not by people singing carols. Day 2 is the realization phase. Toilets do not flush, and the smell is starting to rise. Your phone is nothing more than a paperweight. The streets are quieter, but in a wrong way, like the silence before a dog growls. Step 4 is sanitation. This is how you avoid dying of dysentery like it is 1850. No running water means no sewage, and that leads to disease. You need a latrine. Dig a hole at least 200 feet away from any water source and at least 2 feet deep. Use it and cover it with dirt after every single use. This is not optional. It is the difference between surviving and becoming a statistic. If there is no toilet paper, use leaves, cloth, or old newspapers, but make sure to wash your hands. Ash from a fire works as soap and will kill bacteria. Step 5 is water round 2. You are already running low. Rainwater is your best bet, so set out tarps, trash bags, or anything to catch it. Funnel it, boil it, and filter it through layers of sand, gravel, and charcoal in a bottle. If there is no rain, dig a solar still. Dig a hole, place a container in the center, and put a plastic sheet over the top with a rock in the middle to create a dip. The sun evaporates moisture from the soil, which condenses on the plastic and drips into your container. It is slow and tedious, but it works. Alternatively, find a stream, pond, or puddle, then boil it. Filter it and boil it again. Assume everything is contaminated because it is. Step 6 is heat. If it is winter, your house is now a freezer. Without a furnace or electric blankets, you must seal off one small room. Put insulated blankets over windows and towels under doors. If you need fire indoors, it is risky because carbon monoxide will kill you quieter than the cold. Crack a window and use a metal trash can as a makeshift stove, burning wood instead of plastic. If you do not have a fireplace, a terracotta pot placed over a few candles radiates enough heat to keep your core temperature stable and prevent you from making stupid decisions caused by a freezing brain. The first 3 days decide who makes it to day 4. The next 4 days decide who sees the sunrise on day 8. The choice of which group you are in is being made right now. Do not be a cautionary tale. We continue with the next phase, days 4 to 5, which is the chaos phase, where people become the real problem. This is when things get strange. Stores have been looted. Some neighborhoods have organized, while others have descended into a Lord of the Flies scenario. You will hear rumors that the power is coming back or that the government and military are coming, but no one is coming. Step 7 is security because your neighbor is not waving anymore. Lock your doors, board your windows, and look poor, empty, and boring. The house that looks abandoned does not get broken into, but the house that looks stocked gets swarmed. Make noise traps using cans on a string or gravel under windows to alert you to movement. Sleep in shifts if you are not alone. Stay away from windows and stay quiet. If you have to defend yourself, improvise with a baseball bat, a kitchen knife, or a can of wasp spray, which shoots 20 feet and blinds on contact. You might not need it, but you will regret not having it. Step 8 is communication to know if the world is still out there. Your phone is dead and the internet is gone, but radio waves do not need a grid. A battery-powered AM/FM radio is your lifeline for emergency broadcasts and news. If you do not have one, make a crystal radio using a coil of wire, a diode from an old circuit board, an earphone, and a long antenna wire. It needs no power because it pulls energy from the radio waves themselves. Tune it and listen. The signal might be faint, but it is there. Step 9 is food round 2 because you're out of canned peaches. You have eaten everything that spoils and are now rationing 1 meal a day. Your body is adapting through ketosis and fat burning, which creates a mental fog. Hunt if you can, or trap if you cannot. A snare is just a loop of wire anchored to a tree on a game trail. Check it daily for squirrels or rabbits and cook them thoroughly. Forage for dandelions, acorns, or cattails, but learn what is edible and what is lethal. If you fish, a hook is just a bent pin, and bait can be insects or worms. Days 6 to 7 are the endurance phase. You made it a week, while most did not. Step 10 is routine, because the mind breaks before the body. Wake, eat, and sleep at the same time to stay human and avoid staring at the wall. Step 11 is hope. Plan for the power to return, or for this to be the new normal. Humans are the ones who figure it out, turning sticks into fire and trash into tools. A blackout is not killed by darkness, but by dehydration, disease, and panic. If you manage the variables of water, food, heat, and security, you turn chaos into something manageable. 7 days is everything. The grid is dead, but you are still here. You survived. Now, do it again tomorrow. If this breakdown of surviving the first week of total darkness has changed the way you look at the supplies in your basement, please subscribe and like the channel. We are uncovering the survival truths that have been buried by modern convenience. Prepare your household. The next chapter of survival will be opened soon.